like I'm guessing most people here, I've been to a couple of these kind of master classes. Really liked Louisa's approach. Although I'd done a lot of kind of coaching and sort of work on money otherwise, this was the thing that kind of connected the dots and led to that further success. Got a lot from the community too, so you know, you will meet a lot of like-minded people in there, and already you know, forged some really quite strong relationships there with other members, which has been fantastic. To where I was at versus where I've got to, I'm now consistently having £10,000 months, which is fantastic, and I'm sure Louise is open to having a call with you if you are interested in what else she offers. Just kind of really lean into it and trust your instinct.
A friend recommended that I get in touch with Louisa, so I did this course, this actual course, 6 months ago, and I've been in her group course. And the good news is all of the things we just tested, I tested correctly. So the work has really helped. And what I would say about Louisa's work and Louisa herself is that she has encyclopedic knowledge. It's amazing. The ego and the blocks and the wounds can be very tricky, and they can be very sly, and they hide in corners. But doing the course has helped me shine a light on oh, there that is. Okay, let's deal with that. This has been such a wonderful experience for me, and I just really treasure being in the community, being with Louisa, and being a beneficiary of her good work and her beautiful soul.
I started working on the alignment practice, how much I could feel the energy, and it was something that I'd never felt before. And I was like, you know, always kind of, you know, read The Secret, been into the, you know, the energy, the universe, but this was like, okay, this is another level now. And it was from there I continued with the manifesting practices, and I was living in the energy of, how can I grow my business? What is it I need to do next? And I just got this download of, you need to learn to do this for your clients. You need to help your clients align their energy. So I think it's just, you know, being fully supported. The amount of information, you know, is actually on my to-do list to just literally rewatch everything again, because there is so much to take in. Like any kind of study and any work, any self-development, it's like watching a film, isn't it? You don't see everything the first time. Each time something new is discovered. The various courses that or codes, if you like, that we have within the Helix method, so the wealth codes, the self-love codes, and so on, it means I've got an array of kind of, you know, tools to pull from. Just do it. Yeah, just, you know, like I'm a big believer in, you know, we're here, things, you know, land at the right time. So if you're here and you're considering it, then there's a reason for that.
And I can honestly tell you, it's been amazing. My clients were coming that I haven't seen in a long time. I have been getting booked with my online clients as well. And I've gone from $2,100, which is about average over this last year, to over $5,000 in 1 month. 1 month. So I'm pretty damn excited. And then there's been a lot of ego that's come up. And with that, Louisa has helped us soothe the ego, release what is the story or the belief behind it all. So it seems to be an easier process, for which I am very grateful. And if you're thinking about joining the Wealth Portal and you're on the fence and you're not sure, it's the best investment so far that I've done in a long, long time. So I would highly, highly recommend it.
Louisa's client results are the things that really, they speak for themselves. I've learned to give myself permission to pivot, and that business can be fun. I play with my business now, and I need to play. I have a sense of freedom now from working with Louisa, that I can let go of the attachment to numbers. They no longer define how successful I feel. That feeling comes from within. So if you are sitting on the fence, considering investing in yourself by joining Louisa's world, I can only say, just do it.
I decided to embark on the Infinite Prosperity Collective after that. It was a time when I started with both programs, and that I realized that if I wanted to take my business to the next level, the access to an amazing bank of resources. You know, Louisa is extremely generous and has got a lot of resources that she built in our containers, especially in the IPC.
One, it has expanded my business. I met last year's goals back in August, and it's continuing to go from there. I really understood and discovered what resistance felt like in my body. I definitely understand the other side of that, and I now know what alignment feels like, and I understand how much easier it is to bring in the things that you want. What it has also helped me to do is to develop my own fine-tuning skills. And as I move through this program and I feel into the energies that I am actually releasing through each module, what it has allowed for me to do is to feel that in others. And so as an intuitive, I'm now able to transcribe that energy with my clients, which has allowed for them to have even more profound results, which is amazing. I've discovered a community that is so supportive and so loving. The women in this group are amazing, and Lou is amazing.
Say this to you. Nothing has shifted my personal life or the life of my clients faster than working with the amazing set of skills and tools that come with the Helix Method. So if you're looking for something to explore that's going to enhance your practice as well as your personal life and give you a heads up like nothing you've ever seen, my strong recommendation is that you check out the Helix Method.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody? Got some smiles. This is fantastic. Wonderful. Let's hear, what are the insights? Pop them in the chat. What has been coming through for you so far? Excuse the lighting. I'm in a new place today, so hopefully you can see me. I seem to have a blue glow, so we're just going to rock the blue glow today. So what are all the insights that are coming through? Let's see in the chat. Would love to know what's been your biggest win so far, what you're celebrating. Perhaps it's a belief you discovered. You're like, I did not know that one was lurking. Jacqueline, I love that. I've got the undersea glow ready for Havers Shoal for tomorrow. I see what you did there. That's awesome. I love it. So we know that big success requires deep stability. So we need to learn how to increase our capacity to hold more visibility. So let me know what is landing. Because we need to expand our capacity to hold more visibility, hold more wealth, more leadership, without tipping into that contraction, overdrive, self-sabotage, all of those things. And so yesterday, we're building on what we were diving in at the beginning of the week. So on Tuesday, I shared around the 6 energetic blocks. Yesterday, we started to dive into how they can impact your sales. And we did some helixing. Who felt awesome after the helixing? Fantastic. And today, we're going to be diving in even deeper. That's music to my ears, Graham. Graham's saying there's so much depth in these teachings, so I feel like I learn more every time. Beautiful. So we need to understand what has been happening energetically that maybe have been creating energetic leaks in your ability to hold money, and creating leaks even when you feel like you're seeing the overflow. So the business may be in flow and you're like, yeah, I'm all good. There's no more that could come in. The flow is fantastic, but maybe there are some blocks there and it could be even better. Can you allow yourself to desire even more? Make a bigger impact. That's what this is about. This is about expanding our wealth consciousness so that we can make the impact that we came here to make. So I'm going to dive in today around how these 6 energetic blocks impact holding money so that we can start to shift them and scale with more ease. We have the phenomenal Jacqueline joining us live today. So she'll be sharing her story and she'll be chatting with Chantel, our community manager. So I'm super excited for that. And then we'll be helixing as well, again, together in our class today. And of course, we've got a live giveaway for you all as well. And if you haven't yet been able to book an energetic alignment audit with me, please do. My diary is pretty chocker, so if you aren't able to find a slot, then just send us a message and we'll have a virtual energetic alignment audit in Messenger. We've got you all covered. We've got you all covered. Alrighty, so let's take a moment to set our intentions for our time together today. This is so key to get all of your energy back into your body. So just take a moment to become fully present. We need that presence so we can hold more. So just give yourself a gift of a couple of letting go breaths. In your mind's eye, setting the intention, I'm calling back my energy from all the places, people, spaces, timelines, calling it back to the here and now. You feel your energy field shift as you instantly do that. And then to take a moment to contemplate, what's your intention for being here? Whether you're live or on the replay, would love to hear from those of you who are on the replay. Pop your reflections into the Facebook group so we can have a conversation in there. Lean in, let me support you in there. And to take a moment to consider, what emotions are you feeling in your body right now? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how expansive and aligned are you feeling with your intention for your revenue over the next 30 days? Let us know in the comments. It's my intention that you experience miraculous results, rapid shifts. Let's celebrate those. And today, at the end of our session, we're going to be doing a live giveaway. So this is for everyone who's staying until the end, sharing their biggest takeaway. And you could win a healing space-time Akashic activation, which is very exciting. It's a powerful one. So often as we are healing our relationship with money and we think, oh yeah, we're all good now. And then we go and take all the things that we haven't healed and transpose it onto time. So this is really key as we're growing and expanding beyond those 6 figures, multi-6 figures, 7 figures, so that we can make the impact that we came here to make and be fully resourced in the process. And yesterday we opened the doors to the wealth portal. Tuesday we opened the doors to the wealth portal. And I'd love it if the team, if Chantal, if you could drop the link in the chat, that'd be awesome. So everyone's got the link. And as you step into the wealth portal, send me a DM. Let me know how it feels when you step in. I want to celebrate with you. And you've met some of our members this week. You can see how loving everybody is. You will make friends for life as you expand your wealth consciousness together. It's a journey that you're going on. Sharing in this intimate portal to your next evolution. I guarantee that you're absolutely going to love it. And as I mentioned yesterday, this energetic edge is very special as I'm going to see my father's discovery in the sea on Friday tomorrow at 9 a.m. we set sail. So I wanted to give something super special. So for everyone who's stepping into the wealth portal and pays in full live on the call today, or before 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow when I set sail on the sea to go and see Havers Shoal, when you pay in full, you'll also receive a private one-to-one with me, 45-minute immersion. So the value of that is $1,000. So excited, so excited. And for anyone who has got any questions about the programs, do just reach out to us in DMs or pop them in the chat and we'll make sure we get them answered for you so you can make your aligned decision. Alrighty. So yesterday we were talking about sales. Today, we need to talk about how we hold the money when more money comes in than we had before. So we've got more cash coming in. Now we need to hold it. And this is a great one just to kind of tune into to see, like, if you were to have a surprise amount of money come into your business, let's say suddenly you had £1 million or $1 million drop into your bank account or your investments. How would that feel? Let me know in the comments how that would feel. Ease and flow. Amazing. Okay, stick with it. Pretty freaking fabulous. You'll be like, how did that happen? Huge expansion. Freeing. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I really want you just to really feel into this. So just closing your eyes. Taking a moment to imagine that $1 million there. And just allow yourself to keep seeing it. What are the thoughts that are coming through? You're filled with gratitude, finally can breathe, a wow moment. Inviting you just to stay here for a little bit longer and just to notice what you notice. Now, as you see that £1 million or dollars, what thoughts are coming into your mind? Imagine telling family members about the money. And when you're thinking about investing it, yeah, there we go, Karen. When is it going to go away again? Yeah. When is it going to go away again? So keep with this, because there will be, we're flashing out some thoughts that are going to reveal the how can I hold this? This is an amount of money. I want this to be an amount. So if you've had $1 million drop into your bank account before, I want you to 10x that and make it 10 million. We want it to be an amount that you haven't had before. And that's a huge amount of energy for it to come in one go. Can you hold it? Or is your nervous system going to be going, oh my God, I'm so excited, and you're going to create an energy reversal? Yeah, not sure if I can tell them, or how do I? What's behind that? So we've got this duality again, haven't we? Of, oh my God, this is so exciting, to the, is your identity really embodied to hold that level of influx, that big splurge of money coming in? Or are you going to hot potato it out of your hand without meaning to? Feels like too much. Yes, here we go. Okay, so we're bringing through the stuff that's going to be going, taking us into that place of, oh my word, there's actually more things to think about now. Responsibility. Commitment. Yes, large amounts coming in regularly, but disappears so fast. So here's one thing to think about. Where else is that happening in life? So one of the things, see if this resonates. I recognized at one point, so how we do everything, how we do anything is how we do everything. And I noticed that, and this was with my like toothpaste, shampoo, body conditioner stuff, you know, all those kind of, what are they called? Personal care products, right? And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. I noticed I was like trying to kind of get through the personal care products. Like I need to finish that so I can use that one. Rather than, this is lovely that I've got this one and I'm really enjoying this one and I'm treasuring it. And then when I'm finishing it, I get to also have that one. Or I could alternate and enjoy both of them at the same time. But I was in that space of I have to get through this one because I want to use that one. Does that make sense? So as I share that, it's like, where are you doing something like that? Where you're kind of hot potatoing your way through something rather than just enjoying it and holding it and receiving it. So inviting you to think about your personal care products, your food, the other resources that you have. Just notice if you notice a pattern now. And if not, just inviting you to go through the rest of the day, just to how are you moving through your space? How are you holding on to the products that you have? Are you just drinking your water and just taking it? Are you holding the water? Receiving it? Where are you spending your energy, spending in the sense of the nervous system is in that flight, fright, freeze response in the way that you are experiencing the products that you've purchased? Your house, your home. Let's look at all the different aspects of what you're holding right now. Is this resonating? Any light bulbs coming through for people? So we've got money, we've got your other resources that you've purchased, perhaps your car. Yeah, I love it. Eking things out a little by little, it's luxuriating, absolutely. So just noticing how you're moving through your life and where there may be some aspects where like, oh, that's really interesting that I'm doing that. Why am I doing that? Why is my nervous system in that flight response, trying to kind of get through something quickly? And here's the thing, anyone who was we were doing the visualization of the 1 million, the 10 million, whatever that huge amount was that was coming in, where it feels like it's too far away, it's because we feel separate from it. It's separate from our current reality. It's like it's something extraordinary rather than it being normal. So we want us to be in that space where large sums of money coming to you is normal. Holding large sums of money is normal, because this is the key thing. That's where the real shift happens. Is if you imagine if large sums of money are coming in and that's normal now, but you're not holding it, then they're not kind of getting ahead to that next level because we're not holding it. So it's always kind of keeping that loop keeps going. Whereas if you held that large sum and then you held that large sum, what's going to start to change? And let us know in the comments. What will open up and become available to you? So if holding money is feeling safe, natural, inevitable, your nervous system isn't going to be resisting it. It's like, of course I've had this huge leap. Of course I've suddenly got 1 million in Bitcoin or XRP or whatever it is that you're investing in. Of course I did. This is just my natural state. I feel safe. I feel safe with the money coming in and the money going out. There's a flow. So how do you feel about holding money? Let's keep this conversation flowing. So do you feel guilty spending money from your savings? Any way you're making yourself wrong? Do you feel safe when that surplus cash comes in? Or do you feel you need to spend it quickly? Or is it like, how is it gone? It feels like it's just falling through like a leaky bucket. Or is it coming in? You're like, yeah, this is as good as it gets. I'm really happy with the, the money that's coming in. But actually, are you allowing yourself to dream bigger? And more money could be coming in. And actually, that thought is just the way your subconscious is capping you. And as we're contemplating this, to think about, do you find yourself contracting in moments of financial uncertainty? Or are you able to keep that energetic alignment, regardless of what you're seeing in your reality? And that's not to bypass what's happening. Of course, we want to walk with one foot in the recognizing there's some tough stuff happening, whatever that might be, and then one foot in keeping in that alignment so that we are able to keep moving forward and honoring our emotions along the way. Does that make sense? So this isn't about suppressing stuff. We've got to let it all, got to let it all out. So these patterns that we're talking about, of course, they don't just affect cash flow, they affect everything as our business grows. And cash flow will always fluctuate in businesses. And so the ability to hold money and be an excellent steward of wealth is so key to continuing that expansion and not kind of going into contraction when we see maybe like a little dip like that. We want our revenue, our profit line to be not quite looking like sometimes the stock market charts that are going like that. And that's where we need to get our energy really aligned so that we can hold it as some of that's happening, but ultimately our business is growing and we're holding it without frazzling our nervous system. So this is fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all your chat or your comments in the chat. So I'd love to know, would you say you're in a money saw right now, or are you experiencing a cash flow resistance or a cash slow? Are you in cash flow or cash slow? Let us know in the comments. And either way, if you're in the cash flow and you're like, yeah, that bit's smashing it out of the park, we need to hold it now. What's at stake if we don't get this sorted? So I'd love you to think about, okay, so in 6 to 12 months' time, what does this look like if you're still experiencing the same experience in your business? What does it cost you by not becoming the millionaire now or the multi-six-figure business owner now? So just invite you to think about how much money is circulating around you, and then being able to get into that space where we have moved through those 6 energetic blocks so we can hold it, allow it to come in and hold it, deliver the services that we're here to deliver as we hold it. And there's so many layers to this. Our relationship with so many aspects, responsibility, commitment, discipline, all of these feed into our relationship with holding money as well. Is this resonating? Let me know if there's some more light bulbs going off and what thoughts you're having. So let's have a look at the 6 energetic blocks and how they're holding your ability to hold wealth. So if we think of the resonance rift, this is where, as a reminder, your higher self, your subconscious and conscious mind aren't in full alignment yet. So the soul has no problem desiring more. It's our subconscious is going, I have enough. This is in alignment with my programming. And then that creates that subtle resistance that keeps us stuck at that financial level. And at the beginning of our time together, I invited you to tap into desiring more. So not that first number that came into your mind, but that, are you allowing yourself to desire enough, more than enough, an overflow? I invite you to think of money, I believe, is an ascension tool, because when we have an overflow, we can create more. We create more opportunities for others. We're able to give back in a bigger way. Like, I would love to know, what charities would you give back to when your business is making even more money? Like, what a gift to be able to contribute to society in that way. So I think being fully resourced is a divine gift. And of course, everyone has that right to be fully resourced. Then we have the somatic default set points. So this shows up. So anywhere like the money's come in and oh, it's gone out again. So we're struggling to hold on to the money, or we're holding on to debt, or holding on to overspending, or holding on to weight instead of wealth. So we've got a misalignment with holding on. We're holding on to something, but not the thing that we want to be holding on to. Anywhere this can show up as feeling really uncomfortable with seeing large sums sitting in your bank account, or your investments, or your savings. So think of your wealth set point as like a thermostat. If it's set too low, you're subconsciously going to adjust your actions to bring your bank balance back down again. And we dive into this in the wealth portal to really expand and elevate those set points, so that you're not putting yourself back down again. And just to give you an example, one of my clients was having roller coaster months, and she couldn't figure out what was going on. And it was one of those things where, like, her marketing was, her marketing was the same. It was working one month and she'd bring in 70K, and then the next month, like, nothing. And then the next month, 25, and then the next month, nothing. She's like, what is going on? And the roller coaster was exhausting. It was frazzling her nervous system, and she had team members to play, and, and all the things were going on. So I was working with her to find out where her money set point was, so we could find out why these random months were happening. And we pinpointed that her set point was at $337,000 a year. And I asked her what her revenue had been the year before, and she actually didn't know off the top of her head. So I said, well, just tell me later when you've worked it out. She voxed me later. She was like, Lou, you're not going to believe this. Its exact amount is 337,000. And the amounts that she'd bought into date in her business had come to that amount. So her energy wasn't letting it expand. It was like, no, you've already made that. We're just going to cap it off. So we set to work to expand her default set point so she could increase her income and stabilize. And we did this through my framework, which is what I teach within the Wealth Portal, so that she could financially relax and grow her business and know how to change her money default set point at any time later. Is this resonating? Anyone else having those like roller coaster months? You're like, what is going on? So we've got the default set points. We've got your current identity. So anywhere, I'd love to know where you think. So what do you say to yourself in relation to holding money? What is your identity around holding money? Is it I can never hold on to money? Is it money isn't for me? Somebody else always handled the money? Is it I love holding money? I'm excellent at holding money. I've grown multiple seven-figure businesses and put all of that money into investments and just made money work for me. What's your identity around holding money? And here's the thing, and this one can come in. We've talked a lot about working hard, and the working hard one, if we see that the only way to create money is by working hard, then you can be addicted to stress and overwhelm. And the other thing is, when you start investing, is sabotaging it, because you're like, well, I'm not really working for that. It's just making money on its own. Yeah. Love that. Love holding money and have fun moving it around. Can feel how expansive that is. I'm good at money management. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So with these beliefs, this is fantastic. What we want to do is find out where we can elevate that, where we may be holding energy reversals, etc., that may be impacting how much holding and being good at money management will allow ourselves to be. Does this resonate? Then we have your nervous system pinnacle. You can see all the light bulbs going in. This is fantastic. Then we have your nervous system pinnacle. So thinking where your nervous system perceives that financial growth as a threat and it's triggering that fight, flight, freeze, fawn, and flock response. So this can look like, so anyone ever felt like you've perhaps been disconnected when you're spending time with loved ones? So maybe you're sitting down to relax with the family and you're watching a movie, but you find yourself thinking about something else. Or you're playing with the kids, but you feel like you're doing playing. It's like another thing to do rather than presence, being in the moment, holding that space. So never truly relaxing or feeling safe with the wealth. Always in that doing. If we're in that doing mode, we're not allowing ourselves to receive, we're not allowing ourselves that presence, that beingness. And of course, you know, this isn't just to do with what's in our energy field from this lifetime. We all are holding ancestral patterns of trauma that various family members and people in our lineage have had. And it's going to look different for everybody, depending on where we are in the planet. But everybody at some point will have felt some scarcity, some war. You think of the world wars, financial loss, the impact of slavery, the impact of countries being invaded. And all of this impacts our sense of security. We're all tapped into the collective consciousness, and then we've got our own stuff as well, if that makes sense. What's resonating as you think about your lineage in relation to holding money? Have you got any parents, grandparents, etc., that have a family story that everyone in the family knows what happened? So and so gambled. Actually, my somebody or other, great uncle, on my dad's side, gambled a house away. Absolute numpty. He was an addicted gambler and lost his house. So we hear these stories. And of course, that was a huge trauma for his family at the time. He wasn't able to hold his wealth. So what are the stories that we've heard in our lineage? And as I said, they're all going to be different, that may have held some trauma that are going to be impacting your energy field. That's a big insight, Jacqueline. Yeah. So healing this, we're training your nervous system to feel neutral and safe with higher levels of wealth, to heal the transgenerational patterns and trauma that's been passed down. So that when we're moving into that, thinking about our energy field, we're getting rid of that energy buffering that we were talking about. So energy buffering is when we've got unprocessed emotions, resistance, energy reversals that are creating those leaks in our ability to hold money. That unresolved trauma that locks in that reversal. And then you can just see it like your body's repelling money. Even if you're like, I'm aligned, I completely desire this. Yeah. So this is something to really pay attention to see where these stories have impacted our beliefs and our emotions and our identity around holding money. And then the sixth one is misaligned strategies, how they can create chaos in our businesses and just make it harder to then hold money. So we're doing well, the sales are coming in, then we implement a strategy and it goes. That's because our energy is not aligned with it. But when your strategy and your energy align, then money stays with you instead of it feeling like it's slipping through your fingers. And of course, we're always evolving. We get to evolve our businesses. And I think back about how the Wealth Portal was born. It was back in 2019, 2020. Our program we had running then was Your Impassioned Life. It was a year-long program, and I loved it. And it grew and evolved over time, of course. And the thing that I had noticed was that many people were coming in because they wanted to increase their revenue, and they were having breakthroughs in 6 weeks or less. So I decided to hone in on that, and that's how the Wealth Portal was born. And our intention is to break through within 45 days or less. Sometimes, of course, it takes a little bit longer, but that's our goal. We've been running it for 5 years now, so I've got you. I know what I'm doing. I know what resistance looks like. I'm very good at calling you out on your resistance, and I can help you move through it so that you get the results that you desire. And you've got skills for life so that you always know how to navigate and move through and expand your energy so you can step into that next evolution that your business is desiring. Tell me what's resonating. Let's take a pulse check. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is this blocking your next level of success, whatever that is, because everyone's got different businesses. So on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, we've got a 9 coming in. Fantastic. Keep those coming in, those reflections. That's awesome. And I would love for us to, as you're taking stock on that, I'm going to try and find Jacqueline and Chantal, because we have another special guest for you guys. We have the fabulous Jacqueline. Jacqueline's going to come on down in a second. Let me pin her, and I'm going to find Chantal. And they are going to have a fantastic conversation. There's Chantal. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome. See if I can just send the, yes, there we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I love this session. There's so much light bulbs coming on around, expanding and holding. So I'm just very immersed in this session today. So it's brilliant. How are you, Jacqueline?
I'm fabulous, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. And I've been having a little nosy around in the Telegram group. And I was just like, Jacqueline just brings so much to the Wealth Portal. You're always sharing your wins. You are proof of doing the work, the inner work, after the sessions, in between the sessions. I love that you're always sharing and like, I've been doing this, I've been helixing, I've been doing some activations, I've been doing some assemblage point meditations. So I just wanted to say that you do so much outside of the program. So it's going to be really exciting to hear a little bit more about your take on the Wealth Portal this evening. So what have you been doing? What were you working with before you met Louisa? Like, what did life look like before working with Louisa?
Yeah, good question. And thank you for the acknowledgement. That feels really good. I was seen. Thank you. Everybody likes to be seen, right? Yeah, so I have been a spiritual teacher and coach for, I think officially since 2010, but basically my whole life, even back in school, it was like I was always explaining the world to other people. So, and then about 2 years ago, I put my business on hold because I decided that there was something different that I was going to do in the world. There was a different impact that I was to make, and I wasn't sure what that was. What I did know was that I had plateaued in my income. It's like I can't get past this itty bitty little monthly income. And so then I was introduced to Louisa, and I'm like, she holds a different key. I do not key. And that was when I really thought, I want to clear out whatever it is that's keeping me at this level, before I decide what it is I'm going to do next, so I don't have to fight it as I'm going. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to push pull. It's like, let's clear this out so I have a better starting place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like, I love you say, oh, I found the key here, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And
Right.
so also like, there's someone here that can guide me. There is another way through this. And it's just finding that right person to work with. So that's really insightful. Awesome. So what was your main kind of reason for saying yes to yourself to work with Louisa?
Yeah, I trust my intuition. Really, that's what it came down to. It's like I am the eternal student. I love learning. I love teaching. So I'm always in this. I learn it, I teach it. I learn it, I teach it. Right. So I'm always in that. And when I find a teacher that, like I said, she had a new key. She had something that I definitely was missing. And I resonated with her energy. Her energy is amazing. She's so welcoming. She's so generous. She's so knowledgeable. She has so much insight. I'm just like in awe of this energetic person that just has so much to offer. So really it was about an intuitive hit for me. It's like, this is your next teacher. This is where you're going next.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you done like anything else before you met Louisa? Like any different types of modalities? Obviously, you're a healer and a teacher yourself.
Right. Yeah, I'm a Reiki master and pranic healer and law of attraction coach and transformation, infinite possibility coach. I mean, I've been in this world for a long time.
Yeah.
And that is what I teach as well. I teach, I like to call it practical magic, and it's all energy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so how was that different? How was Louisa's kind of programs different to what you have already had done previously? And how did you know, okay, this is the right next step?
So she works on so many different levels, and she's very simple. She makes it very simple to clear the things. And once you recognize it, then it gets easier to see it for the next time, and you can clear it quicker. So I think I was really drawn to her because when I first did the energetic edge, I got results like within weeks, or, within days, not weeks. It was only 9 days, but within days. I won 2 of her giveaways in the first week I did it. 2 of just the giveaways, and that was only because I'd cleared these blocks on the level of, hey, I can receive. I win every game I play. I win every game I play. That's my new motto, right? So it started with this. It was simple enough. It was simple enough and I had results.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I think open, normalizing that.
Right.
Normal to receive, absolutely, and just surrendering to that. I love that. Amazing. Okay. So what would you say, and I know you're very active in the community, what's been the most helpful part about being in the community?
2 things. One, the community itself, because I have my accountability partner. She's also here, Elena Deutsch. She is amazing, and she's been my accountability partner. And I've connected with other women in the group as well. So that support, I love hearing what others have to say because I love celebrating. I love celebrating the energy together because we all rise together. And they celebrate me as well. The support is there. And it's also a matter of, when somebody's having something that's like, oh my God, you're experiencing that too? Oh, I'm not alone in that. Oh, right. And then you have Louisa come in and say, hey, here's what you do about it.
Yes. Yeah, I see this all the time with you all chittering, chattering away, and then Louisa's like, okay, let's go. Let's move on up now.
What you do about that? And I'm like going, that's the key. Thank you very much. Right. So the 2 pieces of it are really powerful in the community.
Yeah. And that's so important, like you said, to have that almost like that little herd kind of mentality there of like, we're all in this together. We've all got some collective going on here. And I think, like I said yesterday, with Adele, it's so nice having that kind of group coaching facility to all rise with each other. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. And what would you say has been your biggest win so far? And what does that mean for you?
The biggest win is, I mean, I've had some tangible financial wins, but that's not actually the biggest thing. The biggest thing is the shift in awareness. So for me, it's like I've shifted into a new identity of surplus,
Yeah.
which has been really powerful. And I've also noticed that I've fallen back out of it. So it's like, this really is something you have to stay at. It's not like, it's like showering. Please do it daily, right?
Yeah.
It's not something, it's not a one and done. And
Yeah.
that awareness, and the other piece is recognizing what resistance looks like for me. Recognizing that has made a huge difference because, our subconscious is so brilliant. It can make us think that we're doing what we have to do because, yeah, that's what we have to do. And it's like, now I can say, I see what you're doing there. Stop. Let's clear that. So for me, the shift in recognizing the resistance and recognizing how to put myself back in that space of creating that new identity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so powerful of having those reminders constantly of like,
Right.
this isn't a one and done. Like a lot of people will say, like, oh, just manifest this for one day for 20 minutes and we're done with it. It's like, no,
Yeah.
let's keep that momentum going. It's something to be practiced. And like you said, noticing in that subconscious when it's trying to put you into safety, put you back into those old habits and patterns of safety. And it's like, no, let's pop them back into where you want to be in your
The
vision.
beauty, the beauty, yeah, exactly. The beauty of that, though, I found that is that, it does become a way of life.
Mm-hmm.
If you continue to practice, if you continue to make it a habit, it will become a way of life. I mean, I've done it with everything else, the law of attraction and all of these other modalities. If you stay with it long enough, it does become your way of life. It does become easier. But in the meantime, you have to practice it. You have to find the mastery in it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So important to do that. And then lastly, if you were talking to someone and giving them some advice about coming and joining the Wealth Portal or any of the programs with Louisa, what advice would you give them?
Nothing changes if nothing changes,
Mm-hmm.
right? Time is going to pass. It's going to pass anyway.
Yeah.
So if you have the opportunity to do something now that will make your future better, do it now. Just do it now because, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Love
So,
that. Very powerful and a very good note to end on. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And lovely to speak with you.
thank you. It's been a joy.
Oh, thank you, Jacqueline, for sharing all your wisdom and all your love and support for everyone in the community. And thank you, Chantal, for leading and facilitating this fabulous conversation.
Thank you.
you. Thank you. Please give Jacqueline and Chantal some love in the chat. Awesome. Alrighty, now I'm going to try and do the techie bit. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Jacqueline and Chantal. That's absolutely fantastic. And if you would love to have a story like Jacqueline's, then do reach out to us to explore what's the best, most aligned way to work together. And Chantal, if you could drop the link to the Wealth Portal for those that are feeling the pull, and we would love to have you with us. Then we've got a special invitation for you on that link. There's some special savings and all the things, just because you're here in the Energetic Edge. Alrighty. Who is ready to do some helixing together now? You're like, yes, cannot wait. Alrighty, let's start to change some frequencies here. So we are going to do the higher self invocation. We're then going to do some muscle testing with the sway technique to identify what's going on in your energy field. We're going 3 to 5 layers deep. So I've given you 5 questions, statements you can say that are related to holding money. And then we're going to find out which ones you're holding, to start to clear them, and then get you into alignment. Alrighty, I'm so excited for this, but let's see if I can share my screen. Here we go. And I'll guide you through the higher self invocation. Alrighty. So just inviting you now to bring your awareness to your soul star chakra, about 18 inches above your head. You're going to start to increase your life force energy by breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and breathing out for 8. And inviting you to do this 3 times at your own pace. Notice how your energy field is getting bigger and brighter, bigger and brighter, bigger and brighter. And then speaking to all levels of my consciousness, I intend that in the name of divine truth, love, and light, let all information come from my higher self and be in alignment with my divine truth for my highest good and the highest good of all. I am creating a clear channel of communication and manifestation between my subconscious, conscious, and higher self. So they are 100% connected and in perfect alignment, and all working towards my highest path and purpose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And from this space, inviting you to stand if you're not standing already, so that you can use the sway technique, remembering a forward sway is typically a yes, a backward sway typically a no, and if you go round and round in circles, it's likely to be an energy reversal. If you're like a plank, it's likely to be an energy reversal. So these are the phrases I want you to say out loud. I feel overexcited about having XYZ profit. We could say XYZ cash. The reason why I've said profit is because that's the bit that you're holding. So you could say, if you don't know what the profit margins are, 10%, 20%, 50%, 80%, whatever your profit is that you desire. Now, the thing is here, remembering we want to feel really neutral and normal around this rather than feeling overexcited, because that's where we're kind of the nervous system's going, oh. I have an energy reversal to do with holding money. I have an energy reversal to paying more taxes. In the wealth portal, we dive into where these roots are coming from. So at this level now, we're just getting that overarching picture. I feel shame about my savings. I feel guilt about my savings. And then bringing into your mind's eye the desired savings. So have a number in your mind of what your savings you desire. So I'm worthy to hold XYZ savings. I'll take a moment just to allow you to notice which ones you're getting a yes to, a no to. And the chat. Have we got some energy reversals in the house? Have we found any hidden shame? Any hidden guilt? And are you noticing that there's a difference between when you say these different phrases and how you feel the energy? Okay, so we've got some energy reversals to clear there, Christina. Alrighty. What has everyone else got? Okay, so we're starting to uncover these layers. This is fantastic. So what we'll do now is I'll guide you through releasing one, then create some space, you can release another one, and then just make a note of where you've got to, and we'll move into creating that coherence. Okay, so for the releasing, make that a bit bigger there. So we're going to use our releasing phrase, I'm ready to release. The first one is feeling overexcited about having XYZ profit. I put the phrases underneath that. And remembering where we're releasing a belief, we're holding CV17, so that's central point in your chest line. Right, it's a little bit soft, you're just holding it with your left hand. And then if you've got an energy reversal, just to do the karate chop as you're doing the releasing statement. And we say the releasing statement out loud once and then twice internally. And I invite you to notice what's happening somatically as you do this. All right, so I'm going to guide you through that first one. Just taking a nice deep breath in for 4. Out for 4. Holding CP17. I'm ready to release. Feeling overexcited about XYZ profit. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in. And out for 4. I'm ready to release. Feeling overexcited about having XYZ profit. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Nice deep breath in. And out. One more time, saying this within. I'm ready to release. Feeling overexcited about having XYZ profit. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in and out. Just taking a moment now to move on to the next one that you want to release. I'll just pop some music on for a minute so you can guide yourself through, noticing the somatic responses as you do. Beautiful, beautiful. Inviting you to come back so that we can start to create that aligned coherence. If there's more for you to release, then just make a note of where you got to, and your aligned action is to complete that today. So after you're releasing, to bring back in, creating the aligned coherence again. And what we're going to do for this, we're going to do 30 seconds for each of the inner rewiring, and then a little mini visualization for a minute where you're seeing in your mind's eye your savings account having more money in it than it currently has. You're going to visualize it growing. And the feeling as you're seeing it growing is like, yeah, of course, it's completely normal. My savings account's always grow. Completely normal. Alrighty. So I'll say out loud the phrases as we move through them. The first one is large sums of money come to me easily and effortlessly. So inviting you to bring your heart into a coherent state by breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. Focusing on filling up your heart with more and more love. I love, I love, I love. We start with large sums of money come to me easily and effortlessly. Beautiful. Moving on to the next one. I receive and hold more money. I receive and hold more money. Beautiful. Moving on to the next one. I love and accept myself for being me. I love and accept myself for being me. Well, moving on to, I am worthy of having more savings. I am worthy of having more savings. Beautiful. And then the fifth one, I am in a money soar. I am in a money soar. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, switching gears a little bit now, inviting you to close your eyes and start to visualize for a minute your savings account having more money than it has in now. So inviting you to visualize it growing. And the feeling that you're creating is, yeah, of course it's growing. I did this. Of course it's growing. I did this. This is just normal. My savings account grows. Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome back. And from this place, inviting you to live in the energy of the question, why do large sums of money come to me so easily and effortlessly? So remembering that we're just putting that question to our higher self, to the universe. We're not trying to consciously answer it. We've elevated our frequency. And from that place, we're asking the question, why do large sums of money come to me so easily and effortlessly? Like, it's already happening. It's like, wow, why is this happening? This is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Knowing that you'll get some ideas and inspiration in this now moment and also in the coming days because you've activated this in your field. And the key, of course, is taking action. So let us know in the chat, what ideas have you been receiving and have you been implementing them? And who here has been reaching out to 5 people a day? Let us know in the comments if it's appropriate for your business. Of course, you can just simply be reaching out to 5 people. Who is the strongest person that you know right now? Can you reach out to them and see how they're doing? So often we don't reach out to the strong ones. Let's see who's been reaching out. And if you haven't, and it would serve your business to do so, why not? What's the resistance? Let's lean into that so we can identify it and we can move through it. We're taking one new idea, implementing it today, and thinking about where can you add more value? So I can't see any comments in relation to the reaching out to 5 people. So let me know, is that something that you're doing or not? Ah, here we go. Okay. So why is there a guilt coming in when you're reaching out to people? Reaching out to people to see how they are. How can you reach out to people? Just simply having conversations with people and seeing how you can help them. It might be it's not a sale. It might be they need to know what is the best sun cream that they need to wear. And through the conversation, you're like, I've got a really good one. Or if you're a woman of a certain age, what collagen do you use? Let's have some conversations. That's what this is about. Let's lead with love. If it's feeling icky, we're making it about ourselves. Lead with love. How can we help? Can we put them in touch with somebody else? Is it they need our services? Is it that they've got a podcast that we could pop on to help other people hear our message? Or maybe they could come onto your podcast. Let's reach out. Let's start having more conversations. And Bridget talked about this. She was really resisting it in the last round. And actually she comes and she's sweetly recorded a video, and she talks about this in her video, and I'm going to play it. When am I playing it? Next Thursday. So stay tuned for that. And she had, off the back of it, when she finally did it, she had 7 sales. So there's a reason why I'm saying have some conversations. And also, as I was noticing nobody replying to have you done 5, I'm like, no, we're staying here. This is really, really important. We need to take the aligned action, and this is my recommendation, is to reach out and start having some more conversations, but to do this from a place of leading with love. Expect the sale, but not where it comes from. And what is it? If it is feeling icky, what is that showing you that needs to be letting go? Does that make sense? Yeah, we lead with love. Let's lead with love. I think if we lead with love and we're like, how are you? We don't know how we can help people until we've had a conversation with them. Yeah, but if you're inviting them to catch up and to meet, then that's what you're inviting them to do. You're not inviting them to have a sales conversation. So a great way, Karen, could be is you invite them to catch up and meet. And then if through it you identify you could help them, you could say to them, I don't know if it's resonate, but I think I could help you with this. Would you like to explore it? If so, let's book a conversation where we could talk about it so that it's separate. And then they know that they're coming to a conversation about potentially working with you, rather than it feeling like they've had the rug pulled and it's like, what on earth's going on? Does that help? So lean in, please. I'm here to support you guys. So if there's resistance coming in, use the Facebook group, ask questions. Let's make sure that everyone's kind of moving through the resistance that's coming up. How can we reach out to 5 people, leading with love? And let's see what unfolds. And so anywhere this week, as we've been doing the activations, people's names have been popping into your head. And this is really important, just to speak to one. So I had a Helix, obviously, and I kept hearing this woman's name, and I don't know her very well. And I reached out to her to see how she is, and she's very spiritual. So I just said, I keep hearing your name, and I just started reaching out. And I got this voice memo back. She was in floods of tears. She was about to go bankrupt, and she had been asking the day before, universe, please show me a sign. And so I was able to be that vehicle for the universe, to give her some free resources, to support her through that very, very tricky time. So maybe people's names have popped into your head where it's not about the sale. It's actually about you being able to lead with love and give them some support. Does that make sense? That's why I'm like, whose names are you hearing as we're doing this? Because there's a reason why they're popping in. We don't know why. Let's just reach out and find out. Alrighty. How's this all landing? I would love to know what your takeaway has been from today. What is the biggest takeaway? We've talked a lot about resistance, as I was mentioning about reaching out to 5 people has created some resistance. Let us know. What's your takeaway? On a scale of 1 to 10, how aligned are you to your intention? And we're going to do a draw. Let's see. Oh, the draw. Da, 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 da. Whilst you're popping your takeaways there, just as a little reminder, if you're ready to expand your energetic capacity, so to go from the edge of where your frequency will allow you to go up to, and to create the energetic edge that will create that next level reality and bring in that 6, 7 figures, whatever the amount is that you desire with more ease, then we would love to invite you to step into the wealth portal. Your nervous system's only going to let in what feels familiar. Wealth does not land in dysregulated bodies. And the subconscious, when it's running the show, is going to carry on running the show until we can learn to feel where that disconnect is, and we can shift it so that the higher self is leading. So Chantal, if you're able to drop the link for the wealth portal for those that need it, that would be fantastic. And this is a special invitation to you guys. So you have exclusive savings. And when you shop with us today, live or before I set sail to Havers tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and you pay in full, you'll receive a private one-to-one with me. So you save $1,400, plus you get a private one-to-one with me and the group Wealth Ascension Activation. So hold on to your hats for that one. And replayers, we've got you covered, because you can, when you pay in full before I set sail for Havers, you're able to receive that bonus one-to-one with me as well. This is awesome to see all the takeaways coming in. So what we're doing is we're continuing the momentum that we've started this week inside the Wealth Portal, so you can have the breakthroughs, you can have a return on your investment that lasts a lifetime, as you'll always know how to expand your revenue with more ease and to create that energetic alignment. When things go wonky, how to get back in. And I guarantee you'll love it. And if you've got any questions or you want to explore other ways to work with us, then you can book in for a call, or you can email us at clientcare@louisahavers.com, and we can explore how I can help you. And when you're in, do let me know so I can celebrate with you. Alrighty, let me see all these takeaways. This is fantastic already. What have we got? What have we got here? Okay, let's see who is going to win. Who's manifesting this? Who is manifesting this? Okay, so we got I can see who the winner is. Okay, the winner is, drumroll, Rose Corrick. Congratulations, Rose. You have won Healing Space-Time in the Akashic Records. I'm so excited for you. This is absolutely fantastic. Please give Rose some love. Alrighty, and the team will get the prizes over to you guys. You're the winner over the next couple of days. So give us a bit of space to get those links over to you. They will get them to you as soon as possible, so you can download those and start to receive and benefit from that. And the final thing before we wrap up, if the team could pop the link for the survey, we do have a survey that we invite everybody who's attending our experiences to complete, so that we can serve you, make sure that we're serving you to our highest capacity. And as a thank you, your name goes into a draw to win a one-to-one with me, and we will do the draw for the one-to-one on Tuesday. So we'll just keep the room open for a moment, so you've got an opportunity to grab the link. So we've got the links for to book a call. We've got the links for the survey, and I think Chantal's already popped the link in for the link for the survey and the link for the wealth portal. I'm just reading some of your comments here, which is awesome. No, don't worry. It's all go slow. It's all good. It's all good. And anyone got any questions, do pop them in the chat so that as we can gather them up here. Yes, on Sunday it's the same time, so 2 o'clock Eastern. So just to wrap up from today, so tomorrow we have an integration day and Saturday we have an integration day because tomorrow I'm at Havers Shoal. Yeah. Saturday I'm flying back on the teeny tiny plane. It was like a doll's house plane. I was walking out of the airport going, I'm getting in that? Like, oh my word. 6 seats, that's all it was. And it really made me giggle because we got in through the one door, and as he did his safety briefing, he went, so the 3 people that are in there, me and this other couple, your emergency exit's there, which is through the door that we just came in. There's nowhere else. And your life jacket is underneath your seat. And then he hopped. That was it. It was brilliant. And actually got rained on while we were flying because we were going through a storm cloud. A tiny little bit of rain came in. It's good fun. Oh my word, Anna. Alrighty, I think the links are all there for you guys. Thank you. So Chantal's confirmed. So it's 2 o'clock UK, 2 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock UK time. The survey's there, the energy alignment is there, and scroll up, the wealth portal is there as well. And any questions, if you're on the replay, pop them in the Facebook group and we will answer them for you on Sunday. We're going to be diving in deep. So I want to really hear what's been coming up for you so we can help you move through the resistance on Sunday. So it's going to be a powerful session. Thank you so much to Jacqueline and Chantal for your conversation today. And thank you guys for being here, for your love and contribution to each other. And I will see you on Sunday. Lots of love. Take care.